and with all of you and with this great team that's going to redesign and reform government in Minnesota so that the people can trust their government again. People across this state and land have lost trust in the government because government's violating the basic and essential principles of good government. Let me give you three quick ones. Number one, fiscal responsibility means government should not burden citizens with crushing burdens of debt. Number two, legislative process should be open, honest, and transparent, not behind closed doors, not legislative kickbacks, and not passing laws that the legislators haven't bothered to read. This is another essential principle of good government. And then finally, the laws must remain within the bounds of the Constitution. There is a well-known law that violates all three of these basic and essential principles of good government. It's called Obamacare. It will burden us with crushing debts, trillions of dollars of new debt. So much more than has been reported. I've read the entire law from back to forward, and there are many things in this law that are very troubling you'll be finding out about in the near future. This law was passed behind closed doors with legislative kickbacks against the will of the people. And finally, it's a violation of the Constitution, both your liberty to choose what products you buy and the state's sovereign power to decide how to spend its tax dollars. So one of the most essential jobs of the Attorney General is to protect the state against infringement. And our current Attorney General has refused to defend our state. And I say that when your lawyer refuses to defend you, you fire him and you get a better lawyer. This is the kind of trouble you have in an office that's controlled by one party for 40 years, and the DFL has controlled the AG's office for 40 straight years. And the result over these past few years have been scandal after scandal after scandal. The other major and important job of the AG is election integrity. My friend Dan Severson, the Secretary of State, will set up methodologies that will protect the integrity of our elections, including photo ID. These laws and rules will not help if they're not enforced. And that's the job of the Attorney General. And as your Attorney General, I will enforce these laws and prosecute people who violate them. Now, thank you. It is my great privilege now to introduce to you a wonderful woman, just a fine person, a brilliant individual who wrote the book on how to redesign government to make it work for the people. The next Lieutenant Governor of the state of Minnesota, Annette Meeks.